I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great and blessed day. Yes, yes, yes. I'm having such a wonderful time. I have amazing guests on the show. I am sorry I am biased. My show has the best guests of any other show out there ever. I'm just telling you. You know why? Because we are dream chasers, because we're going after our dreams. We're showing you guys how to do it, how it can be done. And yes, you have to put in the legwork. Yes, you have to work. No, this isn't a get rich scheme, okay? This is a get happy scheme. We're out there doing the things that make us happy. And I have Prophet next on the show. And I'm just so excited to have him. I want to welcome you to the show, Prophet Eric, and I'm gonna terrify your name, but it's Okauru.
Great.
Did it? I'm excited. Welcome to the show, sir.
It's nice to be here with you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, okay, so we got to kind of go back a little bit. Go back because you weren't always a prophet. How did you become a prophet? What was the call on your life?
When I was 4 years old, my dad brother was a Catholic priest, and he will always come to our house. And then I was about 4 years old. And he would come to our house and he would go to the hospital to pray for people. So I was always intrigued. And so one of those days I kind of asked him, can I come with you? And he's like, yeah, you know, he looked at me at 4 years old, 5 years old. Yeah, you can come with me. So I went with him. We got to the hospital and I saw him, you know, he's a Catholic, you know, so he have all this stuff. He would do the bells and everything. I was just watching him curious as a child, you know. But then something, I don't know why, I said, can I pray for them? And he said, yes, you can pray for them.
At 4?
Oh, I don't know with me. That was my dad's brother. My dad is dead now, but been dead for over 25 years. But he said, yes, you can pray for them. And I did. I don't know what just rose up in me. I did. I prayed for the people in the hospital. And that was the hospital I was born to. So later on, when he came back the next day, he said to me that the people and my family, he said, do you know the people he prayed for, they are all doing better now? So that never left me.
That is so cool. How did that, I mean, you were so young. You were so young.
It was an intuition, you know, kind of, but that was just what, I never forgot about that. I felt like I helped. I did something good. I was nice. And that niceness, I've been pursuing it ever since. Yeah.
That is so cool. Okay, so you've had this gift since you were 4. Wow. How did that make you different in school? I mean, you know, how did you feel going to school and having this gift? I mean, could it be like one life here and one life there, or what? I mean, how did that work for you?
Really, you have to let the gift go and just focus on school. So I think I did let the gift go. I just had to swallow up and focus on school, do school is school, and everything like that, you know, and all of that. But the gift will always pull on you. It's something that call on you. It's constantly calling on you, you know. So yeah, but I think when it comes to education, you just have to let the gift go and balance things up. And it's like that every day, actually. Some days you just have to let the gift go because it's a lot of grace, but you have to manage it. But I think it's a consistent letting the gift go, but the gift will pull on you, the gift will draw you. And then you have to try to do great things, you know.
Right. I love that you knew what you needed to do at 4. But when was the age, or what was the age that you realized that this was a prophetic calling and gift on your life?
I didn't have no other option because, I'm the last in my family. So I always say I'm the child that was not needed. My mother have 12 kids, and I'm the last of the 12 kids. So I was not the child that was prayed for. I told her, you know, that I was not the child that you fasted for, or prayed for, anything. I was just, I'm doing well today by God's grace, but I was not the one that anybody needed to fast for. I think maybe I was the chosen one. My family keep thinking I was the chosen one. So maybe I was the chosen one. Kind to everybody, love every human, love all pastors and every minister. I think that I have no hate for nobody. I have no enemies. I think maybe I'm just choosing one. That's the best way I can describe myself because of how much I just love everybody. No bias towards any human in this life.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I was reading up the other day how every child, okay, so the last of all the 12 children, I read up that, every child has a different form of a parent at different stages in the parent's life. I mean, how did you push forward even though you were the last child? Now, mind you, you were the youngest. So, I mean,
I
that
think
in itself is hard.
I think it was God, really. I really think it was God. I just think I can't take no credit though. I think it was God and I think it was destiny. Like God allow you to be, So sometimes I think about why you're so kind, why you're so nice, why you who you are. I just think it's God. I think it's the gift of God. I was supposed to say, I labor more than you all, but I'm what I am by the grace of God. I really think it's God that have helped me to just be who I am. I think, you're a gift to the world. Everywhere I go, I don't think negative. Everywhere I go, I see. I really, sometimes you think a lot of people think the earth is so negative, it's so bad. I don't see that. I see human being. Look at you, so awesome in your craft and in your gift. I just think people are good, but they've been hurt. There are a lot of wounded lions. Wounded
Yeah.
good people. So they may put this thing, but overall, human being want to be good to another human being.
Yes, they do. They do.
Mm,
I mean, that's in our nature to be, good to everyone. Once we understand that people are just people, and
mhm.
we're going through this life together. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So what is your, how would I say, secret sauce to everybody loving you and for you loving everybody?
I don't really know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really know. I just think that just keep being good and sacrifice for people, live for others. I don't think I've always been there. Maybe I don't know. Some people may say I was never selfish. I think I was one time selfish in my life. Now I don't need to be selfish because I'm okay. But I think maybe I was a little bit one time selfish. Maybe I only think about myself a little bit. But now I don't need to do that. But you grow where you don't need to do that no more. But just generally, I just think that if you love people, you love people.
Yeah,
You know?
I think
And
that too.
mhm.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay. So what was the impact? So, okay, let's just go forward a little bit. You're out of grade school, you're going into college, and a lot of people are not going to college now, but what was the impact on Harvard in your life?
Harvard was great. I think the professors were more crazy. I got into there with the executive program. I always thought that Harvard is Harvard, but they really liked me. When you go to Harvard, you now begin to see it. I did one of the classes I did was leadership, and my takeaway is you do not tell people what to think. You show people how to think. And my summary of that class was, you ignite the brainstorming power in every human you meet.
Mhm.
you ignite that. If you can ignite that, the burning, like what you're doing to me right now, you ignite that. That's the power. You try to ignite the brainstorming power in everybody. You don't show them, how to climb, but you don't show them what to climb, but you show them how.
Yeah.
The how. So that was my takeaway. Then I did some other classes, but it was fun. The more you go up, the more you find out that these professors, he just wrote a book, one of my financial professor, The Wisdom of Finance. He's trying to beat the guy, Rich Dad. In my opinion, I think he's trying to beat him. He don't, he felt like, why did that guy do books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the book did so good in history.
It
So,
did.
as a Harvard professor, and I think his book is extremely great, but his book, you gotta be really intelligent to to flow with him. I think it was a little bit too detailed and beyond average. I've read it 2 times now, and I'm still trying to understand everything. So
Oh man. Oh
but
man.
like,
He went there, huh? He was like, okay, everybody has a Harvard education. Oh my gosh.
know
Wow.
how I had to pass his exam, so I know how he thinks.
Hmm.
Um,
Wow. So okay, so you gone through Harvard and everything, and when did you begin officially to your ministry? When did you go into it, or were you already there?
okay, so let me tell you, I came to America when I was 17. I opened my first ministry when I was 19 years old, and I did good. In July, I will never forget July 2004 in Wake Forest, and there was a couple of people there. And ever since, maintaining the grace of God and just um, pursuing God. The thing is just pursuing God and being really good to people. And the gift is, what does it mean to be a prophet? It's just one authorized by God. Is and if you do not love people, I see you, it seems like you're a lover of people. If you don't love people at the end of the day, you're really nothing, no matter
Yeah.
what and I think that's what this whole thing boiled down to. How much do you care about people?
Yeah, I think so too. I have to ask you this question. It's like, okay, what kind of advice did you get from your pastors or someone or any, I mean, and then what kind of advice do you give now with the lessons that you have learned to pastors and preachers?
I don't know. I was telling Pastor Mark, I said, where am I right now? So I was asking him, what is he teaching right now? My teaching is about, I do a lot of teaching, but I try to create an intuition for people so that they can figure out stuff. So the two teachings now is chances and pattern. So I was asking him, how is he leveraging that chances and pattern, you know, because pattern is a consistent, is a domineering force. No matter who you think you are, if you go to your bed, you find out you're sleeping in the same pattern. Pattern is always consistent. Then chances, how do you leverage between pattern and chances in your life? So I was sharing that with him. I was asking what he was teaching now in his church. I was saying for me in this next stage is how do the church leverage pattern and chances? We can
Mm,
run in that, but how do we leverage pattern and chances? Because everybody have a pattern, and pattern is going to be a domineering, force that will pull you into the same thing. But how do you leverage on that? But if you say what is some of my best teachings or topic, some of my best teaching is I believe that the church is a loving place, and some of my best teachings will be from the book of John 9, and will be from the book of John 11 with Martha and Mary, with Martha being very pragmatic, meeting Jesus, and Mary crying. You're going to meet people that will have tears in life, then you're going to meet people that are pragmatic in life. How do you leverage? How do you, summarize that? Then Jesus revealing himself to be the resurrection and the life. So a Jewish girl that thought she knew everything about this person that's a friend of theirs, and Jesus have to tell him that I'm the resurrection and the life. And they say, oh yeah, first of all, she said, oh yeah, I know that. We studied that in school. You're the resurrection, But then when Jesus now said, no, the resurrection is actually a person and not a theory, she was blown away. Because sometimes you think you know somebody so much, but when she saw another side of Jesus, even as their friend, it was quite impressive to her. Then the sister came in. But the biggest thing I think in earth is suffering. And if you notice Martha question, if you notice Mary question, the question is, if you would have been here, my would not have died.
Right.
But that means in this earthly life, people are always thinking, how close is God to them? Is God really, like you now? Is God really close to you? Is God really close to me? That was the question. If you would have been here, they believe it's powerful. They believe it's great. They believe all those things. But their question is, if you would have been here,
right,
I will not have died. So they believe that. So I believe that's what the earth is suffering from. Sometimes I think people wonder if God is close to them still with all the difficulties they've experienced. And I'm here to say God is still close in spite of the.
Wow. So why are so many pastors struggling then?
Wow, so many pastors strong. I'm trying to help as much as I can. It's not just to talk about them, but to be there for them. I think that I I really believe in that sometimes time, chance and it happened to them all. Sometimes you wonder if some of them were called into the feed, but I'm a lover of all pastors. So I just think they should look for somebody that can really help them, that really cares, if they can find, and they will get help. Sometimes I just think people need help. People need support in whatever they are doing. Find a genuine person that really have a heart to assist you and mentor you, and I think you'll be fine.
I think so too. It's not to talk about people, but just to find out why they struggle so much. Sometimes they don't have that support. Sometimes they don't have the support of their family. And sometimes it's just a burden, so much so that they're overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Yeah, I agree. That's so true.
Yeah.
But what they need to do is they have to look. You have to keep, even though people have hurt you, you got to keep looking for people, because the success is going to be in someone. Like, for example, you doing this interview, you just got to, God is going to help you, but you got to keep moving. You're going to meet somebody that hurt you, that's going to be good to you, that's going to be kind to you. There is somebody out there in this world.
Yeah. So with that in mind, how do you deal with persecution and jealousy in the body of Christ? I mean, literally, it's just like, okay, so you're moving forward and you want everybody else to move forward. You feel like people have so much talent, but yet they're still prosecuting you. They're still persecuting you. They're still having that jealousy. And it's just unnecessary for me. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I don't think that can stop. I just think there's a lot of people that are so wounded. So they think the only way is to wound people, and I just think, they're going to have to do what they do, and they're going to have to be who they are. And I think what we have to do is that we got to be who we are. So no matter how much you try to insult me or disrespect me, I'm just going to keep loving you, because I'm who I am, I'm not going to, if I change, then I was never who I am. Because if you squeeze somebody and they begin to produce a different, instead of lemon, and they say they're lemon, then they're not, maybe they're not really lemon. So I have to keep producing who I am. So no matter how much who hurts me, it's in my death. I'm not looking for what to live for, I'm looking for what to die for. So no matter what, I have to maintain love to all. And that's my cry. That's my cross. That's that's what I have to do. So not just saying this in the private or anywhere, but that's me 24/7. So I just think that whoever is hurting people, I just think they're hurting. Why would somebody hurt somebody if they know better? Know better. They don't know any other way. And I'm not expecting them to change so quick, because change takes time. Change may take 6 years, 20 years. So I'm not expecting them to change. My advice for people, if somebody's hurting you, avoid them, move away from them, save yourself. But that's my take. But if you have the ability to love them, keep loving them. I do, so I'm gonna keep loving them.
Definitely, definitely. So, what is the secret in your eyes to the success of a ministry?
The secret, I think, the first secret, I can base every secret to me. I think the first secret is to just make sure, one, that this is what God have called you to do. And two, I think you should look for great mentors. And then three, I think you should have a positive attitude and don't condemn the people that are good. Like I see you now, I'm looking for your negativity and looking for your fault. No, don't do that. Look for your greatness. Look for your positive. If you don't do that, you keep missing the opportunities that can ignite a great force. So I think that's what's behind my success. Everybody I meet want to favor me. I don't see anybody that don't want to favor me. But what is behind it is I really love them, genuinely.
Yeah.
So when you're honest to people and you love them, and once they believe it, it's over. The devil can't stop a word of you no more.
Nope. You are so right. So what about the future of America and in the ministry? What do you foresee?
That's a good question. I really think that, in my opinion, I think we do not know how small we are. We keep acting as if we're this big time, big time. We are not big time. We're very small in this earth. And in the little small way, God have given all of us grace to be able to help one another. We should do it with humility. That's it. But so America is a big country. I don't think anybody can change American future. It's only God. Because America is big. The division is so broad.
Oh, tell me about
The Democrat, the Republican. Me, I'm not into all of that. I love all of them. I'm not the hate Morgan guy. I'm the one that you can call in the secret. Governors have called me in the secret to pray for them. So I'm the one you can call in the secret to help you and be kind to you and help you through the trauma that you may be facing. So I'm not the I don't follow one political party. I have my own view. Abortion is wrong and some other things, but I'm not too domineering. Like, okay, it's all and all. I think even the people that do that, I think they're just being political, because in the secret they all care about everybody. So again, do you really care about human beings, or are you just playing? And I really think every one of them do. They're trying. It's not an easy job what they are doing. It's a hard job, and I think they're trying their best. Some of them get crazy, but sometimes it's just the way the workplace go.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. So true. So, with everything said, and everything is, you know, you started at 4 years old, you moved up, you 17, 19, you had Harvard, you did all this. What is the one thing that you want to leave this earth?
I just want to be more nice. I want to be more nice. I want to be more nice. I think I want to be more nice. I want to be more kind. I don't. I want to leave everything I have for the world, and I want to whatever God leading by the Spirit is most important to me. Whatever God is telling us to do. I'm not so dogmatic in my head, you know, but understanding people, where you coming from, your perspective. But I want whoever get close to me will say he was a true, nice human being to me. He was a good friend. He was a good brother. So
Awesome.
that with me in this stage of my life. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think a lot of us can agree with that. Definitely. Where can people find you? Where can they, do you have your congregation now that they can go to? Do you have online presence?
Yeah, I do every Sunday and Wednesday. I do Facebook from my page, Eric Okauru. But I have some big stuff coming up. You know, that's gonna
Yeah.
come.
Tell me about that.
That's coming up. You know, so that we're still setting up. But it's such a pleasure. You are so pleasant. I thank
Oh,
God for
thank
your.
you.
And my prayer for you is that this kind of joy that you bring, because sometimes people bring joy to the world, you bring joy to the world with your smile and everything. My prayer for you is that God keep you, you know, and God protect you, because sometimes people don't understand, as the forces of darkness do not like when God is using you in this arena, you know. So I understand that. I understand what is behind, because I do that a lot when I show joy. So I understand what is behind. So my prayer for you is that, in spite of, you know, you're great already. You the smile is great, everything look great. But my prayer for you is, deep down your spirit, that God will keep you in perfect peace and protect you, that you will not just give people joy, but he will maintain the joy in your spirit, so that I can be continuous, because sometimes it's not, and nobody will ever know.
That's right. Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna have to put your information in the description box below so people can actually follow you. And if there's anyone in your area, are they welcome to your congregation at any moment?
Yes, they are. Yeah,
Where is that?
that's in Raleigh right now, but we want to be able to reach everybody everywhere. But that's Raleigh now. Yeah,
Awesome. Well, we'll have that information in the description box below. But thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it so much.
I do too. I do too. You're great.
Thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go to the description box below and follow, like, and comment. And also look it up on the internet. I mean, you might be able to join. Just go ahead and check him out for yourself. And again, thank you so much. And don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time that I upload. And don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time, guys.
I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare to